Hi everybody and welcome back to Route 7 Railway. It's been a while since my last video. I really must do better. But life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it? Anyway, what's the subject of this video? Well, it's another Hunt coupling modification. I'm going to use in this video an old set of Hunt couplings on a really cheap set of panel wagons from Hornby, which have got a one-piece bogie with the coupling, and it's a really cheap way of going about it, and it's rubbish, quite frankly. So watch this space and see how we get on with this, and especially at the end where you'll see the me test it, and it's a marked improvement, and it's a really good result. By sheer coincidence, to do with Hunt couplings that is, I was at the Staffordshire Model Rail Show yesterday, rode up there on my bike. Had a little stretch of good weather because it's been poor recently, and while I was there I got talking with some of the guys from Westhill Wagon Works, and they'd all gone to the show. Well, a load of them had gone to the show on their motorbikes. They were riding some classics apparently, and I was chatting with this guy for ages, and we had a really good chat about bikes, and then obviously about Hunt couplings and all the stuff Westhill Wagon Works are doing. And then he suddenly introduced himself after I'd been talking to him for ages. And it was Chris Hunt. And I felt really embarrassed. And I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't recognise you at all. Not that I would, because you don't see him that much on things, do you? But what a really nice guy. And it's just a shout out to Westhill Wagon Works. They're just a really nice gang of fellas. And especially that they're bikers as well, which can't be bad, eh? Once again, Chris, I apologise for not recognising you. So let's get on with the video and we'll see how this goes. Catch you later. Bye. Hi everybody and welcome back to Route 7 Railway for another bench session. This one is a upgrade of some panel wagons, namely these. Now these aren't expensive, they're Hornby, UKF Shellstar. They were reviewed on Sam's Trains not so long ago, and he put them down as lacking in a bit of detail but very free running, and I can agree with that. But I picked up a rake of them cheap, and they look really good behind a loco on the layout. So what is it I'm going to do today? Okay, let's give you an example. I'm going to turn these D-shaped tension lock couplings. They're one piece with the bogie, very cheap, no NEM pockets, nothing. And I'm going to turn it into this. A Hunt coupling, swivel Hunt coupling on there. As you can see, just swiveling there. I'm turning that into that, and I'll show you a couple of pictures of them coupled up together to show you the distance involved. These, when they're coupled up together, range from between about 17 up to 20 mil distance between the buffers, and this works out in the region of, I think, 5 or 6 mil, something like that, when they're done, and they look great. And I'll give you a progression. I'm not going to show you me doing all the cutting and things like that, but I will show you a progression of each stage as a picture and do a quick recap of what I did. The couplings I'll be using, they're meant to fit on the screw fitted couplings on old Hornby wagons. Unfortunately, these are just one-piece moulding, so they didn't apply. So what I do is I'm going to adapt these and show you how we made use of them. All I'm going to be doing is using these swivel couplings and drilling out the centre hole, which only needs drilling out a little bit. I think it's about 1.5 mil. So that's the only prep required on the coupling itself. Later on, when they're fitted, I'll need to trim these wings off here I can't cut them now because the plastic is a bit brittle, and what it does, it shatters around where the hole is. So I trim them with a cutter later on. I'll show you a photograph of a set of bogies showing the progression of the modification, rather than just watch me filming, cutting and drilling. And they're self-explanatory. Right, the first part of the modification is to get from this stage, where you can see the one piece moulding with the hook, to this stage, where it's just cut off clean. So we're getting rid of most of the obtrusive coupling. Right, the next stage you can see on the photograph is this one, where the corners have been just trimmed off, just to round it off, make it look a bit nicer, and a hole drilled in the middle to stop it splitting as and when I fit a screw into this modification. Right, it's dependent on the screws you use, and small self-tappers, it's what drill you use, so you don't split the plastic because the screw's too fat for the hole, if you know what I mean. The next stage after this is to go from this to this, and you can see there's the coupling with a screw fitting and with the wings still attached. This one particularly actually split where the screw fitting went in, but it shouldn't matter because I've also used super glue, because this is a fixed part. There's the swivel. And there's the final setup. The wings have been trimmed off and the screw painted black. I think I could tidy that up a little bit more, but I hope you can see that. We're not on the track, but a nice fitting. There we go. Really, I need a light above me, don't I? But I think you'll be able to see there that they're a nice, reasonably close fitting, not too close, and there's plenty of swivel there, and that'll be the sort of angle you could get before they go into buffer lock. So that's quite good. And that's the distance they were before, and a cleaner look all over, I think. Next time you see these, they'll be on the layout. And I think you'll agree with me that despite them being a fairly simple, cheap wagon, that they look quite good as a rake. So there we go, actually. And this is showing you just swap it round, just pull them apart, put them back together. Much nicer.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the train room. I'm just testing the rake of panel vans that I did the uncoupling modification to, and they seem to be running really well. What I want to do is show you them running normally and in reverse as well, going over points. I just want to try and prove a point that the couplings are much more stable than other couplings. Well, I've noticed it anyway. So I'll turn you around now and let's have a look. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop it at a particular point on my layout and then reverse it into a siding, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to send it up to the right there and around the layout. Let's see how this goes. I haven't done this yet, so let's see how it goes. It's going up to the right, and you see it going around the back there. And it'll go around the back
underneath. Oh, as soon as you put it on camera. Now the reason it's stopped there, there's a break in the line there, so I can use it as two separate sidings. So I'll throw the other point and that will join it all up as one loop again. Right, there we go, I've just thrown the other point. So it's going to continue round. Needs a bit of a clean, this track. There we go. And you'll see it come out of here. There we go, comes out and then swings back around again and off it goes on the rest of the loop. Now the next time it comes round, I'm going to stop it as the last wagon has gone into the tunnel there, and then I'll throw it in reverse and we'll see what happens. I'm using the DC, so when it comes round I'll just throw it in reverse and it should stop and then start backwards itself. Okay, right there it stopped and it'll start itself, and let's see if it manages to go over these two sets of points. There's it, there we go, two sets of points there. Set of points there. Tight bends at the back. That was my inexperience when I first did this layout, but I'm stuck with it for now. Right, let's see it again. One set of points there, that's a three-way point, that one. So it's going over there, and now it's going to come out here, go over that set of points, and then straight onto this set of points. And look at that. Brilliant. Not a problem. And that's another three-way point there. Right, I'll set it going forward again. And I love this HMDC, being able to stop something and let it go on its own and reverse itself. Okay, so a great modification. It's made playing with this train more fun, and it was an older set of hung couplings that I modified for use with those wagons, and I think that's turned out really well. And photo bombing is the salt wagon train. So, see you next time. Bye bye.